to have a volcanic eruption right near Charlottesville, and it's going to make things rather toasty across the area.
Woo! Hey YouTube, my name is Andrew and this is Kite Army. So I'm in the middle of this field again that I swore I would never be back to, and let me tell you why. Basically, I just completed 3 videos where I compared a whole bunch of features of the top 6 most popular string trimmers. Now, of those 6 string trimmers, 2 rose to the top. That was the Ego and the Milwaukee. So I decided I'd bring them out here stock with their stock batteries and see how much of this nasty, grassy, mosquito-y stuff they could cut. And that is in this video right here. There's a link right down below. Don't go there yet. Anyway, so a lot of you commented and said, Andrew, those results are great and those mosquitoes are nasty, but you said those results are great, but really what I want to see is if you could do the same test with the largest battery that Ego makes and the largest battery that Milwaukee makes for these string trimmers. So for the Ego, it's a 56 volt, 7.5 amp hour battery, and the Milwaukee, it's an 18 volt, 12 amp hour battery. So I have them right down here today, and we're gonna actually do the same test over again and see how they perform. All right guys, so it's time to start the first test. This is the Milwaukee M18 Fuel String Trimmer. It's got a 18 volt, 12 amp hour battery loaded. It's gonna get hot out here. All right, guys, I have to call that on the fun scale a 0.0. I'm sweating from my ears. I feel delirious. Anyway, you can see with the Milwaukee 12 amp hour battery how far I went. That was definitely further than the last test. At the end, the motor just kept on quitting on me. I think my battery's close to dead or it was overheating. It just stopped working completely. So now it's time to test Godzilla. Let's get to it. So next up is the Ego carbon fiber auto load string trimmer. This has got the 56 volt 7.5 amp Godzilla battery on it. This is insane. Let's see how far this guy can go. Woo! All right, guys, it is time for the wrap up. So here's the deal, and this is what we learned today. Basically, like we expected, the Ego 56 volt, 7.5 amp hour battery was able to go much further than the Milwaukee, the largest Milwaukee 18 volt, 12 amp hour battery. Not a big surprise there. But what was a surprise about today's video is I noticed the Milwaukee was shutting down the tool very sporadically towards the end of the test. And I think that's because it was going to thermal shutdown. And that's probably because the battery doesn't have a lot of ventilation like the Ego battery here. You can see this is sort of a closed pack. There's not a lot of ventilation. The Ego battery has a lot of ventilation, and that probably will generally not show up for a lot of people, but it's kind of cool that they built that into their pack. So the Milwaukee was shutting down, the Ego didn't, and I was really worried about the Ego because it was sitting in the sun while I was testing Milwaukee, and like, this is just not gonna go well. It went well, it never shut down. That's very cool. And that's kind of a surprise result that I never picked up in any of my other tests. So with that, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, check out my content, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys around real soon. Hopefully not out in this field, but soon enough.